Yeah, central shaft destroyed the energy tempering generator.
Well, they know we're here now.
Well, I think they knew we were here a long time ago. That's why they've been attacking us this whole time. Maybe you didn't notice.
How many are there?
Nice room to maneuver. For God's sake, don't shoot at me. Down we go.
Chakotay to the captain. We've placed some charges, but we have entries here. We're heading for the shuttles.
Understood. We still have a few more to set.
How many are there?
About 3, I'd say.
Everyone okay?
That's everyone ignoring all the other guys. Consciously just taking damage. So, what exactly can we do here?
Sir, I just planted the last of the explosives.
We've got to get out of here. Look at one of the shuttles. Hang tight, Tuvok.
Okay. Down it went. Try the skip.
Invisible force fields in the portal.
Yeah, but it's segmented. There's holes everywhere. There has to be a pattern to it. Good thing Chow wasn't there. He got to change his habits.
Oh, that's annoying. Why would it even be invisible? I mean, why? Maybe it was invisible just to us or
Captain, we
something.
placed the last of the dead packs.
Good, Ensign. Get to the shuttles and return to Voyager.
Ooh. Apparently targeting Voyager. Other ships that we knew of. Yeah, feel free to step in the door. Quite a few apparently. It wasn't too bad again. I wonder if they have infinite numbers here.
Looks like we're almost to the bottom.
Janeway to Tuvok. We're evacuating. Our dead packs are set and ready to blow.
Acknowledged, Captain. We're en route to the shuttles ourselves.
No, are we gonna just jump down? Apparently yes. What's that?
They're like fetuses. They must grow them down here.
Right. They must use the materials gathered by hearts to build all this
So might not matter much, but still. You listen. And we don't know what future holds out for us, so yeah, I think all the damage we can do is positive. Naturally, we're attempting to blow the entire thing to pieces. That's not guaranteed to work like that. Two. Trying to shoot you because you're not using your weapons at all. Pulling the trigger is a tough job though, so not everyone can do it.
Keep sharp. There may be others.
Why do we have to keep doing this? Bit repetitive. They might know that we're here. Okay, this is probably where we wanted to come in the first place. Not very close to it. No, it's not. We're definitely getting closer to it. Come on, you dumb son of a... Are you gonna jump down?
To Tuvok. We've found the generator creating the dampening field.
Excellent, Mr. Monroe. Destroy the generator and we will activate the deck packs. We will then start the evacuation.
Understood.
Ensign, it is important that you succeed. All of Voyager is counting on you. Tuvok out.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. We're ready, Alex.
Followed by energy restoration areas. Okay. friendlies.
Alex, over here.
Let's move it, Ensign.
Insignificant creatures, you cannot stop us. This forge is but the first of millions. We will launch the seed. It will grow into a new forge and create thousands more. You have simply delayed the inevitable. The Forsoth shall conquer your galaxy, then countless others.
Gerard. She blocked the voice again. Must have overwhelmed her.
Alex, listen, we've got to get out of here. The whole place is going to blow.
Come on, let's go.
Take Gerard. Get her back to Voyager.
Wait, what? Alex, where are you going?
You saw the visions. All this is going to start all over again if I don't stop that seed.
Wait, let us...
No! You've got to get Gerard back to Voyager. This is my decision. Now go!
But...
But. Stop the forge seed from launching. Well, this was a long time coming. I have room to maneuver now. It's not all bad. With the number of enemies also gets decreased just a little bit. This piece of crap will definitely. Holy shit! Number of energy crystals. Okay. Potential ending boss fight territory here. Yeah, just override. Enter a new area.
Ensign Monroe. Ensign Monroe, acknowledge. Mr. Monroe, you are violating direct orders.
Yeah, that looks like a boss fighting area. Health and I think there's a way to get back from here, so this is what it's going to be.
Foolish human. You cannot hope to stop the Forsoth.
What are you?
I am the Borzov. I was created by the Ancient Ones. I shall carry out their programming. The seed will be launched to create a new forge. We can never be stopped.
Wait! Listen to me! In your visions, I saw this machine is thousands of years old. How do you know that your purpose is conquest? Your makers might have only intended to use you for research. They may have been explorers, like ourselves.
Nonsense. Our programming is clear. We are engineered for perfection. We are created to conquer.
But through the thousands of years, your original programming may have deteriorated. Do you even remember who built you? Where did they come from? What did they look like? The race of beings who first made you might even be extinct.
Silence! The seed will be launched. You shall be destroyed. Your kind is weak. You cannot overstop us.
What exactly am I supposed to do here? Is there any point in killing these? No. Ah. Okay, what exactly am I supposed to do here? This is clearly just a waste of time. Maybe I do need. We're going to have to redo this naturally. I can't do shit to that. Do shit to that. What exactly am I supposed to do here? You do need to just kill these just fast enough or something. We'll give that a try. Although I don't think that's the case. Pretty sure we're just going to lose this one.
Friend Monroe, he shall assist your struggle.
So much the better. More fodder. War.
Seed stopped, must leave. Dangerous. Come with us.
No.
The seed! This cannot be. show you just how insignificant you are.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? What exactly are you hoping to do? Well, I have no idea what that was. Yeah. Oh no, God! He's gonna replay from here. Forge boss. Quite sure what the hell am I supposed to do against him. Do I need to shoot at some certain place or what? Okay, he can't shoot us here. No idea what this is. No way to know if I'm even doing damage to the bastard. Sounds like yesterday.
Impulse engines are at full power, Captain.
Keep pressing it, Mr. Paris.
The forge has been destroyed.
We made it!
What about the other ships?
Some of them made it out. Captain, I'm getting a message from the Aetherians. They thank us for our help and are back on their way to their new home.
Captain, I've got some readings on our position. We're still in the Delta Quadrant, but we're over 200 light years closer to the Alpha Quadrant.
So, we gained a few months. Not bad. Get us back on course for home, Mr. Paris.
Looks like your plan worked, Ensign.
Yes. Congratulations, Monroe. Good work.
Your performance was quite satisfactory. You appear to be injured. You should report to sickbay.
Yes, sir.
Alex?
Telsia, hi.
Penny for your thoughts?
What's a penny?
I don't know. Some old phrase I heard Paris say once. It was a nice service. For Beastman and the others.
Yeah, for a funeral.
You couldn't have helped them, you know. You did the best you could. They knew the risks. They were professionals.
I know, but when you disappeared on the Aetherian ship, I told myself the same thing. It didn't make me feel any better then, either.
You can't bring them back. Don't live in the past. Look toward the future. You have a bright future.
Do I?
Sure. Trust me.
Is this a private party, or can anyone join?
How are you doing, Monroe?
As good as can be expected, I guess.
Lieutenant Monroe?
Those pips suit you well, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
You had us worried there at the end.
Mr. Monroe disobeyed orders and did not board the escape shuttle.
I'm sorry, sir. There was something I had to do.
We know, Lieutenant. We all saw the alien visions. You did what you had to do.
It was commendable. You were willing to sacrifice yourself for the whole.
As did the entire team. You all performed bravely.
The Hazard team has proven to be more valuable than we imagined. Starfleet just might adopt your idea when we get back, Tuvok.
Thank you, Captain. But I think Mr. Monroe is the one most responsible for the success of the team. It took some time, and not inconsiderable effort. But you have proven yourself to be an outstanding officer and a natural leader, as I always believed you would.
Thank you, sir. I was afraid you would think my decision was too impulsive.
Sometimes, Lieutenant, your gut instinct is better than what logic and procedure would suggest. Both are needed in a good leader. That is why I chose you to begin with.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Why, Tuvok? Is that a bit of pride I detect?
Surely, Captain. There is no cause to insult me.
Flying into the sunset. Yeah. Elite Force.
Welcome to Voyager Elkar's menu system.
It's about as average of a shooter as you can get. I hinted earlier that I had something I want to bitch about, and it's actually ties into that how generic of a game this is, but also how generic of a game the Elite Force 2 is. I played Elite Force 2 shortly before playing this, and at the end of it, I sort of had a... I recalled that the game ended differently, and basically what I was recalling at the time was the ending of the first game. I was for some reason I was convinced that it was the ending of the second game, and now I can see the reason. It's because both games use as their main adversary those very generic type of creatures. They're extremely similar looking, and so with the shells and sort of they're not exactly identical, but they're very very, very, very similar in concept and look, and more to the point, they're so generic you could expect them to find in almost any kind of a sci-fi game. Sort of similar with the weaponry. So that's what it ties to. It's so generic that in my memory the games are totally mixed because they might as well be interchangeable. There's nothing really memorable or unique to either one of them, the main adversary and the weaponry, that they all just melt together in one gigantic mess where you're hard pressed to later on sort of make the distinction of what belonged to where. And that would be my major complaint about this game. It's just generic. It's not bad. But it goes through the same motions constantly. You move on through a sort of an endurance race where you get fully refilled fairly frequently, and the enemy just swarms you. Then you move on to the next point where the enemy swarms you. There are very few even remotely interesting tactical fights. Just huge number of spawning enemies trying to rush you. And that's it. At the start you sort of had a Federation or Star Trek weaponry, familiar weaponry, but quickly even those sort of the compression rifle even that you use, it turns out to be fairly unimpressive weaponry. So you're using weaponry that you've never basically seen in a Star Trek anything. So it has the feeling of generic and non-distinctive feel of everything that is in this game. And again, the game isn't bad. There's nothing really terribly wrong with it. It's just once you've played it, there's no real point ever playing it again. You might as well just pick any kind of sci-fi shooter and you're at least going to get this similar level of experience, if not better. So unless you're really big on Star Trek, there's very little to recommend here, even though I don't think it's bad. It's just meh. On the other hand, the more Star Trek feel things are in the first part of the game, and if that's something that might appeal to you, I definitely recommend Elite Force 2. It has a lot stronger. It takes, even though I think that's fairly generic too, it takes a lot better. It makes a lot better use of those aspects in the game, and you see more familiar faces, Klingons, Romulans. And there's more variety in the missions. They're not quite this bad. So it's definitely an improvement over this general concept and game, but it still isn't exactly amazing. But this is definitely inferior. So I can't really. They made a very generic game in Elite Force 1. And in Elite Force 2 they sort of tried to improve on the Star Trek aspects of it and the feel of it. I don't think they made a smashing success out of that, but they did improve. So I think, objectively speaking, Elite Force 2 is pretty much better in every way. Still, as I said, experience.